welcome. If you're a returning viewer, so glad you're back. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell. Today, we're going to clean and get everything ready for the upcoming week and just prepare for next week because I work full time. So we're going to clean this mess and get ready and get reset so that all I have to do is work and come home next week and cook, of course. But we've got all of this in here to clean, so let's get started. I'm going to start by unloading the dishwasher. And yes, I know my ponytail looks hilarious. Does anyone else have a particular way that you stack your bowls, or is it just me? Every time I put my dishes up out of the dishwasher, I have to pull my bowls out because, of course, I stack from the biggest down to the smallest. And if it's not stacked correctly, it drives me crazy. Going to put these dirty dishes out of the sink and get the dishwasher loaded, get it all full so that I can run the dishwasher while I continue to clean the rest of the kitchen and then on to the living room. Turned out to be a beautiful day today. Sun was shining, but it was cold outside. But I love the light that comes in through my big picture window there over my kitchen sink. It's one of the most favorite things I have about our house. I absolutely love it. One thing I do not love is this blasted faucet that I purchased when we did our kitchen remodel. I absolutely hate it. And I will be changing it when I can find something that I really like and that I'm willing to pay the price for. Get all of the silverware loaded up into the basket and get it into the dishwasher. Here's your reminder, if you don't do this, if you have the Yeti cups or the Orca cups or whatever kind of cup you have on the caps, make sure you take that little rubber gasket off and clean it every now and then. I know people clean their cups, but I don't know that everybody knows to take that little rubber gasket off and clean it because it can grow mold and mildew behind it. So here's your reminder to take your gasket out of your Yeti cup lid and wash it. To clean my sink. I'm going to move you over where you can see a little closer. This angle was not really good for actually looking down into the sink, but I'm cleaning my sink, and I'm going to clean off all of my items around my sink, like my soap dispenser and my tray and the other items. So you'll even see me rinse off my dishwashing liquid bottle. Yes, I clean my dishwashing liquid bottle because if I'm going to clean and wipe down my countertop and my sink, you can bet I'm going to clean it too. Ready to put my dishwasher pods into my dishwasher. I used to put them in the dispenser, but it seemed like it didn't really get my dishes clean because for some reason I don't think it dissolved. So I put 2 pods and I put them at the bottom of my dishwasher, and it seems to get my dishes a lot cleaner. And now I'm looking for a couple more things because I don't have a full load. So I try to make sure when I run the dishwasher that it has a full load in it because I don't want to waste the water on a partial load. So I added a couple more things, make sure they're spaced right. Pitchers are always so hard to get in the dishwasher. And then I will set my dishwasher, and I always set it for the power blast and the heated rinse, and my dishwasher actually has a sanitize button on it that sanitizes my dishes. So now we're going to start putting out the things that I used to make breakfast this morning. So I'm going to put my stuff into this little Lazy Susan corner cabinet here, which I love because it hides so much of my stuff, but it's all right there, easily accessible to me. And so I'm going to put some things away. I've got to put the butter up, and then I will wipe down my countertops, and I will actually move everything decorative wise off the countertops so that I can wipe the countertop really well. And then I actually end up changing a few things later on. This is actually another feature that I put in when I did the kitchen remodel, is a concealed trash can. I love that I can just push the door up, and I don't have a trash can sticking out. My husband doesn't like it. He just can't remember that it's there, I think. But I really like it. It camouflages that trash can, out of sight, out of mind, and I just love it. We just recently purchased this air fryer and we absolutely love it. We have cooked French toast sticks in it. We have cooked French fries in it. We've cooked sweet potato fries in it. I love my air fryer. And y'all, these countertops, I fell in love with these countertops the first time I laid eyes on them. And yes, I realize it's upside down, so I'm going to turn it right side up, place it back in the corner. And this was actually done before I decided that I was going to move some things around. And you'll see at the end of the video how I changed things around. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. And that little candle holder, if you will remember, was purchased during my last trip to Kirkland's. And that was the specific reason that I purchased that candle holder, was to put that little bird on. So I'm going to continue to place my items and do some cleaning. That cute little bunny plate that I also purchased during my trip to Kirkland's. So now I'm going to move over and I'm going to work on putting my humidifier back together. It's actually a cool mist humidifier, and it has a wicking filter that wicks the water up onto it, and then it blows air onto that filter. And we run this during the winter time because we have central heat and air and ours is electric. So it creates a ton of static electricity in our house. So when you touch the refrigerator door or the microwave door, the faucet, or even each other, we get shocked. So we run this, and it also keeps our sinuses from drying out. So I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to place it here on the floor, and then you'll see me put the water reservoir on top and turn it on. And I generally run it during the day. I do not run it while we're asleep, but it helps with the static electricity. Now I'm going to work on this area over here where our Keurig coffee maker is. I'm going to clean this area, and I usually use my multi-surface cleaner, but this area really needed a good soap and water wipe down, so I soaped up my clean dish rag, and I'm going to wipe down my counters. You will also see me wipe down the coffee maker and the cookie jar, my little puppy dog cookie jar. my Pioneer Woman cookie jar that I got at a yard sale. And I'm also going to take this little container off of the Keurig because it had hot chocolate drip down in there, so it needed to be washed, because inevitably you're going to move your coffee cup and it's going to drip, or your hot chocolate cup and it's going to drip, or whatever, and it needed to be cleaned. And so I'm just going to wipe down the marshmallow container, a little mini marshmallow container, and I'm going to wipe down the front of these drawers because inevitably something gets spilled. I love my white cabinets, but sometimes I have to wipe them down every day if something gets spilled on them. Especially if I'm doing a lot of cooking or whatever, I have to wipe down my drawer fronts and cabinet doors, especially if my husband is cooking. Okay, I know that everybody runs their Keurig and they take their little K-cups out, but do you run water through your Keurig to clean it out without a K-cup? If you don't, you really need to do this at least, at the minimum, once a week to keep your Keurig from getting buildup and getting caked up and growing things in there that don't need to be molded. Or growing, not molded. You don't want mold growing in there. So I'm going to remove the K-cup that my husband left in there, and I've put water in the reservoir, and I'm going to run some water through there. And there's no K-cup in there now. If you remember, there's no K-cup, but it's going to run the water through there. And you will see that when the water comes through there, it's not clean. Here it comes. See how it's squirting out the sides? Because it's kind of clogged up. But I put this clear mason jar on there so you could see how dirty the water is. And that's just cocoa mix that's left over from the K-Pod. So if someone wanted a cup of coffee, they would end up with cocoa mix in their coffee. So I run this through there. I'll run one full 8 setting, the number 8 on there, and then I will run a shot setting, like an espresso shot, and by that time the water will be clear. So this is your reminder to run some clean water through your Keurig. See that the water that's coming through my Keurig is clear, so I know that it's good. And once this runs through, my Keurig will be good to go and good to get set for my husband for when he comes home. Now we're going to move over here to my other countertop, and I'm going to put away all of this stuff that inevitably gets put on this counter during the weekend. Figured out how I'm going to hide those awful cords that are running across there. One of which goes to my Scentsy pot and the other that goes to my Google Home. I put my plate holder there. Well, it's actually not a plate holder, it's a recipe book holder, but it doesn't stay there. Now I'm going to move over and I'm going to clean my stainless steel refrigerator. If I had known how much trouble these stainless steel appliances would have been to keep clean, I never would have bought them. So I'm going in right now with a degreaser because I have food, and you know how food gets on your refrigerator door, and there's stuff spilled on the door. So I'm going to give it a good wipe down with this degreaser, and then I will go back in with my stainless steel polish and polish it up, and it'll be good to go. Now we're going to move over into the living room. I have rolled up my area rug and moved it into the bedroom so that I can get a good vacuum on this floor. Here's your reminder, if you've not moved your couch out to vacuum behind it, you need to move your couch and your chairs out and vacuum behind them, because all of those little dust bunnies are hiding back there. So I'm just going to continue to vacuum around. When I purchased this little cordless vacuum, at first I absolutely loved it, but I have since realized it does not have great suction power, but it does an okay job for just quick spot vacuums like I'm doing right now, just to get the dust and stuff up. But I will probably be looking for a better model. So if you have any suggestions other than a Dyson, because Dysons are way overpriced in my opinion, just my opinion. But if you have any suggestions on good rechargeable vacuum, just drop your suggestion in the comments, please. And if you didn't know, my husband and I live in a double wide manufactured home that we are slowly making our own, one project at a time. My next project will be probably some faux beams that will help disguise the marriage line, which is the line where the two parts of the home go together. I've seen some other YouTubers do this. And so we already have what they call, quote unquote, a beam, but it's not what I like. So my next project that I will do will be that, and I will do a video of it. So now I'm going to drag this carpet back out, and I'm going to roll it out, and I'm going to put it underneath that big old sofa over there that has the two incliners in it. But I'm not going to video that because I don't want you to see me struggle to get that on there. So now it's done. So now I'm going to go back and put my lanterns back and then give them a good dusting. I had the carpet running the opposite way, but everybody was coming through the front door and walking on my carpet. And so I really didn't want to do that, so that's why I opted to turn it this way. That way it will protect my carpet and make it last longer. So I'm going to give my fireplace a good wipe down, and then I'll be close to being done with this cleaning video. Now my house is all clean and tidy, and now you can see the changes that I made. The microwave has been moved. I used that cart right there. I've made it my baking station, and I have ordered a crock for that right there. That's just temporary, and that's a project I'm working on. And so now my house is nice and neat and clean and ready for tomorrow. I have my drink for supper tonight, and I have my homemade pizza, that I'm going to eat here in a little bit. So this area here is our functional area. It's things that we use every day, including the microwave. Makes it easier to get to the things that we're going to use every day. And so now my home is clean. It's tidy. I have my candles going in my lanterns. I have a nice relaxing screensaver on my TV. And so now I am ready for next week. I can go to work and I can know that my house is clean. I can come home to a clean house. It's even nice enough to have the front door open to my beautiful front porch that we absolutely love. That's where I spend the majority of my time when the weather's nice, out on that front porch. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed my first Clean With Me video. I hope that I have inspired you to clean your house. Maybe I've provided you with a tip or two that can help you while cleaning your house. And so I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that you are subscribed. If you could give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it so that I can continue to grow my channel. And again, thank you for watching, and remember, go out and make those memories with the people that you love. God bless you.